Hello and welcome to the Ferrarius, the 150K 3-car challenge, round 4. To remind everyone, three picks: one sports car, one SUV, one sedan, one pre-1990, one 2020 or newer. I've got Matthias to my right. He has some, I'm going to guess, oddball picks that are filled with pain and maintenance issues.
Not this time.
Okay, not this time. Not this time.
I'm
okay.
grown.
He's turned over a new leaf. Okay, I'm excited. Okay.
I mean, maybe one, but...
maybe all. Let's see. All right, let's start it off. What have you got?
First pick, 2020 plus. You know what? People in the past, I think episode 3 did kind of a compromise pick on the 2020 because you had to have it for the challenge.
Yeah.
But this is a car I would actually want to own.
Okay.
And it's post 2020. This
Okay.
is 22
Okay.
and above.
Ooh.
23 maybe.
Ooh, okay.
The new BRZ.
Oh, you bastard!
The new
You bastard!
BRZ.
Oh, man.
So this is 23 to 25K for a car that has 30,000 kilometers.
Okay.
2 years new.
Okay.
Not old.
Okay.
New.
All right.
And LSD manual 2 doors. This is pretty much the best you're gonna get of an old analog car for modern reliability.
Yeah.
I think that's a strong pick.
20. Yeah, they're
That's
so
a strong
cheap.
pick.
They're so cheap.
You know what?
They're so cheap.
They came brand new for 35K. They're finally hitting 10K depreciation.
Yeah.
And I think this is a car you're gonna drive for like 5 years and maybe lose a couple grand.
Yeah.
So I think that's a strong pick.
You see that? You see that?
Hey, who said it first?
You bastard. You bastard. Okay, so you scooped my pick, and I love
And
that
it has
color.
to be the new gen, not
Yeah.
the old gen.
Yeah, with the bigger
Yeah.
engine, with the 2.4. Great pick. I love that car. I drove a supercharged one back in the day, and I was like, this thing, I mean, even the bolt-ons, because, you know, the nice thing is they are priced according to the car rather than the brand.
Of course,
So,
of course.
you know, given that this thing is 23, a supercharger bolt-on kit, give you an extra 100 horsepower, and it's 10 grand, which is a significant amount,
Yeah.
but with a 150K budget, you've got some leeway. So that's a strong
Yeah.
pick. I hesitate to say that I'm going to get my ass handed to me on this one, but now I'm gonna have to shift on the fly and go retro because you screwed me up. Okay, so my first pick, and you see, up until now, no one has gone sports car greater than 2023, and well, actually they have.
I think that's like one of the only valid options for
Yeah.
a sports car 2020 plus.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Okay, so I'm going to go in a completely different direction. And, you know, in this challenge, sometimes you have to burn a pick to save your other picks. Okay, so this is going to be
Not
my...
me.
Well, we'll see what you come up with next. Some, like, you know, 3-door, like, you know, Peugeot or something.
Hey, you're close.
What did I tell you? Okay, so my burn pick that I still kind of like, I've got closet love for these things. I'm going to pick an F-150 Lightning. Okay, and why would I pick this hideous car?
I shed a tear.
I know. But here's the thing about that car. It is depreciating like this. And they are nice inside. And it gets rid of my 2020 option. It's got my SUV option. I can tow everything. It's got some nice colors. It's boring AF to drive, but it saves me some room on my other pick. And I think that I would go on an aggressive lowball rant across my area of the world and say, I'm giving you 30 grand. I want a platinum. I want it in my color, and I want it under X amount of kilometers, whatever the market will bear. So whatever 30 grand gets me in terms of Blase Snorefest F-150 Lightning, I'm going to choose that and keep my powder dry for the next one. So round 1, I feel like Matthias, he took it. You know, the F-150 Lightning is lame, but still not bad. All right,
Okay.
What's your second pick?
Following off like a utilitarian kind of vehicle, I went for a 1980s-ish Westphalia. So I thought, you know what? I got my new sports car that I could do a road trip
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go 8,000K or something and make it back no problems. I've
Okay.
got that bucket filled.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, I gotta go camping. I gotta take a friend and go to like Tofino. You're taking a Westphalia. You're camping. And
I think you're
it's-
taking a Westphalia. I'm taking...
Anyways,
Actually,
it's a different vibe I'm trying to achieve. I can
Okay.
cook in the car. I can sleep in the car. It's more just, you have an option. And I think it's cool that a vehicle can do this. And I don't think this car challenge has seen a vehicle like this.
So what does this turd cost?
15K.
15 grand!
Yeah.
For 60 odd horsepower? What are we talking?
I mean, it's not about horsepower.
Says the guy with no horsepower.
It's about saving money on hotels. I mean,
okay.
It's a different
so
way
you
of
would
travel.
sleep in that thing?
Oh, of course.
Can
of
you
course.
crap in that thing? No.
No,
Well,
no.
maybe
You wouldn't want it. You wouldn't.
Fair enough. 15. See, okay.
15 to 20, I'll give myself for that. And then you can make the interior nice in terms of new cloth. You don't want the 80 or 40-year-old cloth.
Yeah, fair.
So
you're gonna buy this thing for 15 and then put
What, 5 or 10?
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would you do? Like you change the cloth because there's probably like 600,000
Maybe new
kilometers
fluids.
worth of parts in there, and okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically a house on wheels.
But goddamn, though, 15 grand. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for that car. But
No compromises in my picks.
fair. Okay, so I see it. I would never replicate it, but I see it, and I respect that. So, what engine does that thing come with?
Oh, a Volkswagen 4-cylinder.
So,
Flat
like the
four.
1.8 liter, 8 valve. That
Around there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, because I have seen those with VR6s and Turbo 4s, and all kinds of engine mods that actually make them less painful to drive.
Yeah.
So
You can even do the Subaru swap. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone does the WRX, and then
Yeah.
you can actually have something that'll keep
Yeah,
up.
that
It can do the passing lane.
Yes,
So-
yes. Because everyone's going to hate you on a single lane road with that thing. Going up a hill, man.
Oh no, just give the peace sign. They're gonna be chilling.
And pull over and smoke a doob while everyone passes
Hey.
you. Respect. Okay. Not my cup of tea, but I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to keep it German. I'm going to go the different end of the spectrum, and I'm going to get a 1993 Corrado VR6. I freaking love those things. I think they're undervalued. Have you seen that plum color that they come with? Again, back to my, there's a saying, the child is the father of the man. And when I was a 22-year-old child, there was a friend of mine who had a Corrado VR6 in purple. And man, I used to think, man, this guy's got it figured out. He works out, he's got a ponytail, he's got this Corrado. I want to be like him. He had a man bun, before man buns were man bun. We're cool. So,
trendsetter.
yeah. So he had that car, and I used to think it was the most beautiful car in the world. And I was in a big Volkswagen kick at that time. I've had a couple of BR6s, never in Corrado form. I think that Corrado form is just so sexy. Giugiaro designed that car, and it shows. I think it's one of the most beautiful Volkswagens of all time. And importantly, when you compare that to, say, a Passat of the same generation, you get in
different.
there and it just feels like crappy and plasticky, and it's got that that chime for the ignition that just sounds so dime store.
Yeah.
But the Corrado was upmarket, had the nice leather, had the sunroof, had the active aero spoiler. And the nice thing is, again, I think those things are relatively slept on. I saw a beautiful one that had been completely resto-modded, not completely restored and, painted and all that sort of stuff, all the sunroof fixed. Was a great Nardo gray color, which is obviously not a factory color. Had higher Ks, but whatever, you're going to put some money into it. But it was only 10 Gs. And it sat around for a while,
And
which
that
is
VR6 is a great sounding engine.
It is such a great engine. It's got that nice warble. It's got good induction sound. It's got a good exhaust, and you can uncork it a little bit. And again, as you said, it's not about power. That thing only made 172
and your
horsepower.
parts are going to be in proportion to the car.
Exactly,
So it's going to be
exactly.
enjoyable to spend money on.
And there's a fair few of them out there. So I've often thought about buying one. Part of the fun of this exercise is pretty much every one of these picks is a car that I didn't just randomly pick off the internet. These are things that I actually think about buying. And so it's nice to be able to talk to you about them, and just think about what that might be like to own it. So I'm going to go VR6 Corrado. I'm going to stick with 10 grand. I think I can get a decent one. And that puts me at 40 grand. So I got 110 grand for my next play. What are you going to bring it home with?
So I'm already at 45K around there.
Okay.
So I have like 110-ish,
Yeah.
110.
Yeah.
So I've went for a very strong pick, a 987 Boxster Spider.
Sorry, did you say strong pick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I love these cars.
All right.
I absolutely love them.
Sorry, 987. So you're talking about the 4-cylinder Spider, or are you talking about the Spider RS? Which engine? Like,
Oh. You know what? I don't know.
you know you
I
picked
know.
a 4-cylinder
I know
turbo,
it.
right?
I did.
Yeah.
There's no way. Isn't it 6? It is 6. Yeah, flat 6.
No. The 987. Which version did you say you wanted?
I'm right on this, right, Adrian? 987. Boxster Spider is the 6.
Oh, I thought you said 718. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so 987. So what year is
so,
that? What year is that?
I got my 2011-ish.
Oh, okay.
And it's got like the carbon buckets, which are like 20K out of the car.
Okay.
So I think it's one of the best analog, from what I've seen, Porsche driving experiences.
Okay, so that's the 3.2 that made what, 300 horsepower or something, 310 or something.
And you can do like the intakes and stuff like that, and you can hop it up. So.
Yeah. You know what? A Boxster needs to be on this list somewhere. They're so cheap for what they are.
And I think this is like the exception of what a good Boxster is. Like it's the peak of what a Boxster can be.
Yeah.
With like that bikini top at the back.
Yeah.
And the slope of the rear hunches. So I think it's a good looking car.
I think those bikini tops are a little bit wacky, but I'm with you on that. And you know what? On my list here, not for today, but on my brainstorm list, something that I check from time to time, is a Cayman R, which is I think a 987, but it just had the hopped up engine, and I think it made 330 or 340 horsepower, another 30-40 horsepower. So essentially your car. And I think those are cool, and I think that they're there's not a huge uptake for them because they're just always overshadowed by the equivalent year 911. So it's there's always going to be that downward pressure on the price. So that's the nice thing about Boxsters, right? But unfortunately, as 911s go stratospheric, so are the Boxsters. So is the potential for the Boxster. So what is this car going to cost you?
100-ish.
100 grand?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A 2010?
I mean, I think they go for a little lower locally, but
Okay.
if you want to get like a bring a trailer example. Right
So
now,
this is the 987.
Yeah.
Like, is it an S or is it a? Oh, it's a Spider. I think the Spider, I don't understand what that means in Boxster speak, but I think that might mean the Cayman R version, but convertible. I think.
Possibly.
Because I think that's.
I should probably know more about my pick.
No, I think you're right, because I think that the basic one should only bring like 40, 50 grand.
Yeah.
So for that to be 100, there's got to be something special on the hood.
And they put like the RS seats in it. So
okay, we're gonna put it in the show notes what actually makes that car special, because I'm not gonna pay 100 grand for that unless there's some crazy thing on.
I think our friend recently picked one up for like 80.
Okay, fair enough. Because
they can be had.
But I think you bring up a good point. See, Boxsters and Caymans, they're everywhere from 5 grand to 150 or now 250. And everywhere in between, and they all look the freaking same, right?
250 US for the RS.
Yeah, well, they're 250 Canadian now. Like I have a friend who sold one recently for around that. But like I say, there's a lot of opportunity in between to find whatever shape and size that you want. Now, size does come into it. I'm 6'6", and I remember when I drove the very first one, first gen 986. I remember feeling cramped. Granted, I was heavier then. Maybe it's more, comfortable now. But at that stage, I was not overly impressed. But I didn't really open it up. And I think that it's one thing to consider a car at 80 grand and another to consider that same car at 5 grand. At 5 grand, it makes a lot of sense. So at 100 grand, that is a beautiful bring a trailer example. That's probably top of the market. But I think that's not a bad pick. Okay, so I am going to go in the same vein. I've got 110 grand to spend, and I'm going to go R8 V10 manual. And here's my gripe with the R8 V10. It looks like a TT on the inside. And that's, I think, what they screwed up. You got these heavy-ass, shitty-ass, TTRS seats. I remember when I had my TTRS, I had an HA, which was a great car, different episode. My brother bought exactly the car I'm telling you about. R8 V10 manual. And he said, hey, check out my R8. And I get in and I'm like, dude, this is the same as my car. And he's like, no, but and then he gets into my car. He's like, oh man, it's exactly the same. So, but driving that car, it really had those GT vibes. It was way more comfortable than the equivalent Dorado. More space. That V10, same engine, from 2010 all the way to 2026, being, till 2025 anyway, being produced in some description from the R8 to the Gallardo to the Huracan to the new R8. They all have that same engine, and importantly, they all have that same sound. That V10 sound is amazing. When you uncork those things, they're gorgeous. I will grant you that the early ones, they're starting to look a little bit dated to my eyes. They still got a nice clean shape, so you're gonna have to do some stuff. You're gonna have to get a nice color. You're gonna have to get a nice spec. But I saw one, like if you want to go base, you can get that for 50 or 60 grand as entry level. Of course, that'll be an automatic. But I want a manual. I want nice tobacco leather. I want maybe green or maybe white. Some good color combo that's a little bit rare. There's a nice Interlagos blue, I think, that is gorgeous. And I think I can get that for probably 100, 110 grand. And it'll be a great summer car. It's got all-wheel drive. And importantly, I can mod it a little bit. I'd take out those seats. I'd put in a better infotainment system and maybe, just up the exhaust and have a really great sound for that car. And, I think I'd really enjoy it. So, I don't know. Hard to say who took that one. Matthias had some strong picks. I think I had one or two as well. You guys decide. Like, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, let us know your picks. Let us know what we missed, because I'm really interested.
Let us know who won in the comments.
Well, we know who won, but but yeah, let us know who you think won, and let us know your picks, because I'm genuinely curious. Matthias, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Signing off.
Who won?